Hello friends and welcome back to Bettina Libre. Following up on my previous video of foods that can cause you anxiety, I bring to you foods that will help you ease your anxiety. Food number 1, water. As simple as that, I cannot emphasize enough. Drink water. Part of being healthy and staying healthy is keeping our bodies hydrated. Our brains are 75% water, so drink up. And how much water should you get? That depends on your lifestyle, how much you sweat, how much you move, the weather where you live, AC, and many other factors. But a general rule will be looking at the color of your urine. Yes, your urine. A rule of thumb could be for a beautiful yellow mellow. If the color is too light, you're probably drinking too much. And that really is not a big problem. But if the color of your urine is too dark, you're probably being dehydrated. And remember that dehydration causes stress in your body and increases the segregation of hormones like cortisol. And when you're feeling stress, that is going to augment your depression and anxiety symptoms. So, drink up. Food number 2, animal fat and protein. Our brains process fat and protein to grow new neural connections and produce myelin. What is myelin? Myelin is an insulating layer around nerves and neuronal connections. And why animal fat and animal protein? Because sources of fat and protein coming from animals have the highest absorption in our bodies and of course in our brains. Actually, feeding the brain and keeping it working optimally. In results, reducing anxiety and depression symptoms. For example, last year I tried to become a vegetarian. I chose not to have any red meat in my diet. I was just eating fish. So in this case, we'll say that I was being pescatarian. In the mornings, I will have eggs as breakfast, and sometimes I will include in my diet some cheese, in this case, fresh cheese. But at the end of the year, around December of 2021, I was not feeling well. My levels of anxiety were very high, I was feeling very weak, very antsy, and I didn't know exactly what was going on. Because my diet in general terms was very healthy, right? Becoming or being a vegetarian or vegan or pescatarian, it is associated with being healthy. So I went to the doctor and I did some blood work, and it turned out that my levels of vitamin B6 were depleted. And what happens is that when your levels of vitamin B6 are depleted, you are probably not producing enough serotonin because vitamin B6 helps the body to produce serotonin. So that was the reason why I was experiencing so much anxiety and probably a little bit of depression. Since then, I started eating meat again. And after consuming meat in a couple of days, I started feeling well. I started feeling stronger. I started feeling that I had more concentration, more energy. My anxiety levels went down. And since then, red meat has been a staple in my diet. So now you know, if you want to start feeling better today and decrease the symptoms of anxiety and depression, eat red meat. Food number 3, probiotics. We all have heard about them, but what are they? Probiotics are healthy bacteria that lives in the lining of your stomach, your second brain, and help you assimilate the nutrients in your body. The most common strains of probiotics are Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium. I feel like it's like a Harry Potter spell, so I need to wear my magician hat and my wand. So,
Probiotics, Lactobacillus, and Bifidobacterium.
sorry guys, I think I got a little bit carried away. But let me tell you, There are some examples of probiotic-rich foods that you can start consuming right now. Greek yogurt, kefir, cottage cheese, kombucha, fermented pickles, kimchi, sauerkraut, and miso soup. I don't know why, I really like to say kimchi. Kimchi, kimchi, eat kimchi. Okay guys, also, in this case, I would like to emphasize that for yogurt, you do have to eat exclusively Greek yogurt that has no added sugar. Because if you choose any of the other options that they are out there in the market, like key lime pie, strawberries, vanilla, most likely they're gonna have added sugar. And as I mentioned in my previous video, if you eat sugar, it's probably going to be detrimental for your mental health and increase your anxiety symptoms. And probably you're not gonna feel very good. Food number 3, prebiotics. Don't get confused with probiotics. Probiotics are the food of probiotics. It's the food that your gut bacteria feeds from. Examples of probiotics are very simple foods that you can easily add to your diet. Onions, garlic, asparagus, leeks, and bananas. That's simple. That fruit that most of people see in the supermarket, you can easily get it, and that will help you decrease your levels of anxiety because you will be feeding your gut bacteria, and your gut bacteria will be very happy. Food number 4, orange juice. Freshly squeezed orange juice will help you reduce your anxiety and depression symptoms. And I had to emphasize again, freshly squeezed orange juice, because if you buy orange juice that comes in a box or it comes pre-bottled, most likely it will have added sugar. Even if the manufacturers are saying that they didn't add sugar, they probably did. Freshly squeezed orange juice will provide you with vitamin C and vitamin B6 that help you reduce your stress hormones like cortisol and help the uptake of serotonin in your body. I want to share with you what happened to me one morning. I was experiencing a lot of anxiety. I was trying to work, I was trying to stay focused, but in the back of my head, I was having these things called ANTs, automatic negative thoughts. And they were just there, going, and I was trying to focus on work. And I remember that I had recently bought freshly squeezed orange juice, so I served myself a little bit of freshly squeezed orange juice, and I'm not kidding. In 5 minutes, I started feeling much better. My automatic negative thoughts stopped, and there was so much silence in my head, and I was like, what is that? What is that weird sensation of silence in my head? And since then, I know that orange juice is a staple in my diet to fight anxiety, because I immediately started feeling calm, peaceful, and it was an eye-opener. So from that point on, I try to have foods that are rich on vitamin C and vitamin B6 to help my mental health keep balance. Food number 5, cashew nuts. Cashew nuts contain vitamins B6, magnesium, niacin, and tryptophan. Vitamin B6 helps you convert the tryptophan into serotonin and also helps magnesium enter the body cells. And the combination of all these nutrients help you decrease depression and anxiety. And according to researchers, if you eat 2 or more handfuls of cashew nuts per day, you will get enough tryptophan to alter and elevate your mood. So there you go. Go nuts! Well, friends, these are some foods that we can consume to manage our anxiety and depression. You can try them today and see how your body feels. I hope these tips will help you feel better today. When it comes to anxiety, remember to be kind, patient, and compassionate to yourself. You're doing your best. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button, share with those that you think it will be helpful, and subscribe. You can also check out my previous videos here. Ciao, and until next episode.